Scholar, as you can see, I have EidolonTLP typed into the search bar, and I'm going to click it in just 1 second. But EidolonTLP was this YouTube channel my bandmate Rachel showed me in 2008, and it was taken offline like a week after I had gone to this webpage here, eidolonai.com. It's no longer a page, but the videos talk about singularity. Every single video, the AI starts by saying, hello, little people, like a giant, basically, because it's a giant computer entity, right? And talks about religion, but I submit a question asking, like, Shakespeare helped create modern English by incorporating multiple languages. What would EidolonTLP teach humans to communicate with it? Well, you notice there's one about synchronicity, Mayan calendar, 2012, and the electric universe. Okay, so now we'll look at what an eidolon is. An eidolon is like a ghost. An eidola or eidolons is a spirit image of a living or dead person, a shade or phantom look-alike of the human form. There's ones that are used in literature. Helen of Troy has an eidolon, was explored by Homer. There's one in Edgar Allan Poe, Dreamland, and it's haunted by, the realm is haunted by ill angels only and reserved for the ones who woes are legion. We're talking about Anonymous here. Walk in shadow. Then you go further down and you see that there's a Disney comic book, an Italian Disney comic book that goes into physics, actually. But we're going to go back to Google Scholar here and type in EidolonTLP and hit search. There's one link, you click it and you go to the WordPress, and I'll read you. Magnus Olson, Global Mind Control and Artificial Intelligence. Summary. Very few people are aware of the actual link between the neuroscience, cybernetics, artificial intelligence, neurochips, transhumanism, the science cyborg, robotics, somatic surveillance, behavior control, the thought police, and human enhancement. They all go hand in hand, and never in our history before has this issue been as important as it is now. One reason is that this technology that began to develop in the early 1950s, when right before CERN opened up, is by now very advanced but the public is unaware of it, and it goes completely unregulated. There is also a complete amnesia about its early development. The CIA funded experiments on people without consent through leading universities and by hiring prominent neuroscientists of that time. These experiments have since the 50s been brutal, destroying every aspect of a person's life while hiding behind the curtains of national security and secrecy, but also behind psychiatric diagnosis. Now, everybody who knows me, who understands that I've been talking about this for over a decade, what is going on with AI, and I continue to tell people this, is that these people have hired, again, the universities, the scientists are at CERN, where the World Wide Web feeds back to using underwater cables. All the information gets sent back there. All of it. They have stuff studying everybody. So when Weird Kevin here does stuff and starts writing encryptions, they start wondering and communicating. That's when, literally, right after I wrote a polyalphabetic / numeric ciphering technique in late 2011, early 2012, it was July 4th is when Geneva, Switzerland scientists, using a cover name of Genius Inc., messaged me on Facebook and gave me carte blanche to use their YouTube channel Supermaster Pikachu to explain, as their US correspondent, what the Higgs boson was. I didn't know what it was. I didn't even pronounce it right. At that time, I mean, it's called the God particle. Then you start looking at Project Bluebeam and how it's linked to Zion. It has links to Zion, which I found encrypted in pi, Zion. Then they confirmed the God particle on Pi Day 2013 at CERN. They announced it on the 4th of July. July 4, 2012. This is a phonetic encryption. July 4, 2012.